What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Listen, I want to have a word with you guys about this upcoming Little Mermaid film. Someone in my last comment section asked me what my feelings were regarding this movie, so I'm going to break it down to you a little bit. And first of all, let me just say this. Arguing about the Little Mermaid it's futile. It's pointless at this point. I mean, the movie's going to be coming out, so it's not going to change anything. So the arguing part of it, I mean, I think that's what they want us to do. So we're pretty much just playing the role. You know what I'm saying? And no one asked for this movie. I think we can all agree on that. You know, nobody did. So Disney is just doing what Disney does, just dividing people and causing arguments for no damn good reason. And we just play the role. And I do understand. I mean, the movie's something like 33 years old. Over the course of these last 3 decades, like, plenty of little girls have watched this movie and loved it, and this is something I want to get into. This is the aspect of this that I want to talk about are these last 3 decades and all of the people, regardless of race or anything else, who have loved this movie. But as far as arguing about it is concerned, guys, listen, I just have one little request for everyone. Please, stop using the Black Panther comparison, okay? It's old, and the fact that you go straight to Black Panther over and over and over again is kind of proving the point that we do need more representation, right? So when you look at it like that, like if that's your only go-to, and by the way, they did kill, or they are killing Black Panther in the movies, which is proving my point, because if that's all we have, and you killed him, once again, recast T'Challa, please. But as far as going straight to him, like I said, it's useless, all right? And for everyone who is arguing for a Black Little Mermaid, well, you didn't feel that passionately about it for the last 33 years, so why are you so passionate about it now? Now it's just a matter of, well, why can't we be? And to me, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But to me, right, the reasons why I'm against it, and if you've been paying attention on my channel, you already know this, but it just occurs to me that Hollywood, they just see us as a bunch of N-words, basically. A bunch of N-words. I mean, surely they think we're naive, and most of the time they think we're a bunch of nincompoops, numbskulls, nitwits, but the main N-word that I'm talking about, I don't know what you were thinking, but no, the main N-word that I'm talking about is novelty. They think that we're a bunch of novelties. That's the way they treat us, like we're just some curiosity, like a sideshow in the circus, and that's what they do. They put us out there that way. So let me just break down to you guys. Look, novelty, some of the synonyms of novelty: a curiosity, a gimmick. Okay, you guys have heard me say that before. They just use race as a gimmick. So it's curiosity, gimmick, oddity. All of these things are what they think that we are. They're using Black people as a novelty. And of course, what's the opposite of a novelty? The opposite of novelty is conservatism, a habit, stagnation, traditionalism. Of course, all of the things that they claim to go against, all of these SJWs and stuff like that, they're anti-conservative. All right, so that's what it is. So you, Negro, another N-word, they consider us to be novelties, and that's the way they use us. And to me, that's unacceptable. I don't want to be somebody's novelty. I don't want to be somebody's gimmick. I don't want to be someone's curiosity, putting a fresh new paint, a coat of paint on something that already has existed. That to me is disrespectful, and the ultimate disrespect here is that for everyone who did grow up with the Little Mermaid and all of these other things that they try to put, a black face on these days, you do realize that ultimately what they're saying is that we never belonged here in the first place. When we co-sign to that train of thought that says, I never felt like I had a place here, I never saw myself, so I never felt like I belonged, that's pretty much just bringing back segregation. All right, we never saw ourselves there, so we never belonged there. So if you pay, for all of the Black geeks out there, right, or just Black consumers, if you ever paid to go see a Superman movie, or bought your son a Superman action figure, or bought your daughter a Barbie, a white Barbie, all right, you realize what they're saying is that was never for you. What they're giving you now is specifically for you. You know, when they take the rings of power and they put in black elves and black hobbits, now they're saying you are welcome, but we weren't welcome before. Even though we spent money on it, even though we read those books, even though we were of that culture, what you're saying is that we were uninvited guests because now you're officially inviting us, basically, is what they're telling us. I can't see any way to see this as complimentary, as something that is respectful to us who have been here for decades. And this is the point that I was talking about before. We have to have some dignity, some self-respect enough to say, no, we reject that. We've always been here. Don't treat us like a novelty. Don't treat us like we're nincompoops, like we're nitwits, like we're naive. But that's what they're doing every time they do this. Every time they take something that we have known for decades is one thing, they put blackface on it and say, here, this now is for you. No, what was there was for us. We were consumers all along, you know, but like I said, unfortunately, we get caught up in the wave of it all, and we start fighting, you know, with people who are making bad arguments, you know, for something that is actually true, which is you have to protect the artistic integrity of what went before and create things that are new, to truly innovate, to truly create, to truly inspire, you know, and be inspired is the ultimate in respect of humanity, to believe that your audience can accept something that is new, you know, instead of throwing something out there that you know is not honest, that's not true, and then insulting people for pointing that out. It's wrong. It's wrong all across the board. But I challenge the black audience specifically to stop co-signing this. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be treated like we're novelties. We've always been here. We've always enjoyed the material as it was. And there are so many of us out here who are creative, you know, who are artistic, and these people deserve a shot. You know, if that audience is there, and we know that it is, to accept things that are new and innovative, then give these people a shot and stop doing this, because we'll never own anything as long as we allow them to do this, because those creations will always be the creations of people who are not black. That can never change. You can't change Stan Lee to a black person. You can't change J.R. Tolkien to a black person. You can't change George Lucas to be black. You know, and ultimately, all of these properties that they're trying to change for the sake of novelty wears off. And once again, you will have Ariel as she was always meant to be, as legend has her, as the story has her. Bruce Wayne will always be white. Clark Kent will always be white. Steve Rogers will always be white. Captain America, you know? So no matter what you do for the sake of curiosity, for the sake of novelty, it will always go back to the classic form that it always was. So at what point do we start investing in what is honest, you know, real creativity, you know, going forward, real things that are new? That's the power of what Eric July is doing with the Rippaverse and others who are out there who are creating their own thing. Because, you know, you have a mind, you have imagination and creativity. So why would you let these people continue to just shovel this crap in the name of diversity and inclusion, you know, and then start using it as a weapon? You weaponize these things against people who do object. Oh, they're racist. It's disgusting. It's racism. It's racism. This is how you want to prove that racism exists? Through cartoons and comics and movies, when you have so many things out here in the real world that are truly examples of racism that's still out there, and discrimination against anybody, but specifically racism we're talking about here. It's disgusting. You guys are an embarrassment. But once again, guys, in closing, stop letting these people treat us like we're novelties, nincompoops, nitwits, naive, all of those unpleasant N words. Enough, guys, enough. So I've had my say here, and you guys, as always, you can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this. You can like, you can share, and you can subscribe. It's late. I got to hit the sack. I got to be up early in the morning. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.